I wanted to wear my cute earrings, but they're just like disappearing. Do you guys mind? I hope not. Today we're going to be talking about duendes, but more specifically the actual duende figurines. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's places in Mexico where you can actually go buy a duende figurine. You can ask things of them, like there's some for jobs, there's some for love. It just depends on what kind of duende you want. There's also people who collect these little duende figurines, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. So the girl who's telling the story says that because of what happened to her, she has a phobia of these little duende figurines. So when this girl was 14 years old, she went to her grandmother's house and she was gonna stay the night there. She said that her grandmother loved anything like little elves or like figurines, trolls, duendes. She would collect them. She says that she was never scared of her grandmother's little duendes or trolls and things like that because she understood that she was just collecting them, like she loved them. And she explains that her grandmother even had a room where she would put her entire collection in. She also explains that her grandmother would collect like stuffed animals and things like that. So she just had an understanding that her grandmother loved like toys and things like that. So the nighttime comes and she was about to go to bed, and her grandmother says, "Hey, tonight you're gonna go to sleep in the duende's bedroom. And I need you to remember that that room is the duende's room. It's their room. Before you go to bed, before you fall asleep, let them know that you're just gonna sleep in the bedroom and that you're not gonna bother them and that they shouldn't bother you." The way I would have been like, "I am sleeping in your bed tonight with you." That her grandmother was like, just, let them know that you're just there to fall asleep so that they can leave you alone. Her grandmother was like, "Don't forget to tell them that because they love to play games, they love to play pranks, and if you don't say that, they may be bugging you in the middle of the night." Now, this was a moment where she was finally like, okay, this is weird. Why is my grandmother talking about these like duendes as if they were awake, alive, as if they were real? She says that she did tell her grandmother, "Okay, I'll make sure and tell them," but she just did it to like go along with what she was saying because at that point she's like, what is wrong with my grandmother right now? She admits that she completely forgot about that conversation she needed to have with the duendes. Maybe she was on her phone, she got distracted, and she got woken up around 6 in the morning because she felt movement on the bed. Mind you, when she woke up, she didn't like wake up in fear. She just thought maybe my grandmother came to wake me up, we need to go somewhere. Like, she woke up normally. When she opens her eyes, she has the entire collection of the duendes on the foot of her bed, every single one of them facing her. Now, she says it's not like they're moving, they weren't like jumping up and down, they weren't alive. They were simply, the figurines at the foot of the bed, just all eyes on her. What the fuck? She said that she has never felt the terror that she felt in that moment. She simply got up, left the room, closed the door, and said she would never come back and spend the night with grandmother again. However, after that, obviously she grew a phobia of these duendes, these little figurines, trolls, and understandably so. But honestly, I would have slept with my grandmother. There's no way I would have stayed there. But then again, like when I would sleep at my grandma's house, I would literally sleep between her and my grandfather. Like, I would sleep in the middle. Don't judge me, but there was one time where I literally peed on both of them. Dude, I peed on them and they would never even get mad at me. Oh my gosh. But I did remember that I didn't have a change of clothing, so 3 in the morning getting showered and then waking up to my grandmother's underwear on me, which we had to tie with like a hair tie. Yeah. But when I tell you I would have slept with them, I would have slept with them. There's no way they would have put me anywhere else other than with them. Was that TMI? I don't pee myself anymore. I promise. Anyway, what do you guys think?